Yes, I'm Izumi Nakamitsu, the United Nations Under-Secretary General and High Representative for Disarmament Affairs. Well, there are, of course, many concerns and challenges. Of course, the overall international environment is very worrying. The lack of dialogue between great powers, what appears to be a qualitative arms race that might be starting out now is an overall concern, of course, and it's influencing every single issues that we deal with in the disarmament field. One of the main sort of developments in recent years is, of course, the new science and technology, rapid innovations and developments that is also starting to impact disarmament issues, international security issues, in the sense that there are new technologies that might be deployed for military purposes. We don't know exactly what the implications might be. They might be, and they will be, unintended consequences, unpredictable consequences. So now is the time we actually need to, come together and then discuss how to prevent, bad consequences, impacting the security environment. And it's difficult precisely because the overall international security environment is deteriorating, as I started out in the beginning. So all these things put together, it's a difficult time for disarmament. Well, I mean, of course, we would like to see major powers and other states all coming together and really understanding the value of arms control and disarmament for their security. All countries come together and also get much more serious about the humanitarian dimensions of disarmament and international security discussions, and return to dialogue, increase trust between each other, create confidence building measures. We make all the efforts to encourage them to return to dialogue, but as I said, it's a very difficult environment at the moment. So ideal scenario might not be happening immediately, but we keep trying to work with member states and support their efforts to put disarmament at the center of their discussions and priorities. Well, I always say that disarmament is a responsibility of states. As the United Nations, we don't have arms. So disarmament and international security discussions really need to be led, and the member states have to take their own responsibilities. Our responsibility as the United Nations is to help them, encourage them, facilitate discussions, create platforms where they could come and have those dialogues and discussions. And we are making our best efforts to try and support their efforts. And then I am actually, the slightly positive thing that I should add is that, probably because the security environment is getting so bad, there are a number of member states that are coming around and say, hey, we think disarmament is really important. We want to work with you, the United Nations. What can we do to support your efforts in terms of bringing together member states and encourage them to return to dialogues? So I am more and more finding supporters from member states. Many of the European countries are amongst them. Recently, just last year, the Secretary General launched his comprehensive agenda for disarmament. And it was quite encouraging to see that a number of member states actually publicly came and sort of proclaim themselves to become champions and supporters of disarmament agenda. So that is actually the other side of the same coin, that member states are increasingly concerned and that they want to do something about the current situation.